on, do it.
No.
Do it, be on.
No.
Be on, be back.
You next.
Are you okay?
Yeah. Your turn.
You
Yeah.
totally missed.
No, it's your turn.
Yeah,
It's your turn.
yeah,
Go.
yeah.
It's your turn.
Go
Don't-
ahead and do it again, Mom.
Don't be afraid. Do it again.
Come on.
Oh boy.
What are you doing?
Got you on live.
Where are you going?
False start. Try again.
All the way down there.
Here he goes. Whoa, he got it. Hello.
I would call that half a point maybe.
He got his body on it. You got negative 1 point then.
That's because he moved mine out too far. Right there. That's where it goes.
Oh.
All right.
Okay, you got hold. Oh, the flies aren't gonna stop. Don't worry. Look, they just bit me. Yeah. Oh man. Whoa! What was, I missed it. Damn it.
Get off
In my butt. In my butt. In my butt.
Nobody around? Everybody watching Diddy? Or Trump ruin the country?
Okay. Okay.
Spent 2 hours looking for different water sources to swim. We're back to our old stomping ground here at Tempest Creek. Welcome in, welcome in. I hope you're having a lovely day.
In my butt.
Well, you got jumped on it now.
Hi, James. Oh, something's floating away. There it goes. Yeah, we don't need nobody drowning, thank you.
In my butt.
Get off.
In my butt. In my butt.
Let go.
Is that what you're worried about, his shorts?
In my butt.
He's got Down syndrome and he's having a good time. It's over 90 degrees. This ass crack bothers you. Well, welcome to the human race, man. Look how beautiful it is. Certainly ain't gonna let that interrupt me. It's okay. We've had a lot of people say things. Oh, his shirt's inside out. Or his shirt's backwards.
Let me go.
He's a 19-year-old Down syndrome young man that's learning how to live life. I think he's doing a darn tootin' job. Well, except for about 30 minutes ago, our creek here is higher than it usually is. And I was taking him walking all the way up there so we can go down that little waterfall. Oh, so you know. Yeah, I pick my fights with these little guys.
Onto the float.
Mr. Legend, welcome in. Hello.
Go on.
So we were going up there. My son lost his footing, and it's deep. He's only 5'6", so he's grabbing onto me, which then I lost my footing.
Buddy, are you gonna make a big
And well, needless to say, that was almost a case of the one saving him was gonna wind up drinking the water. So we had to call our 5'11". Yeah, that's okay, Nathan. Because you know how we deal with that? We just take it off. We don't deal with none of that here. You want to spew what's normal in this society, go find a normal page to be on. This is not a normal page. I don't put up with things that the average society thinks I should put up with. Or that my son should put up with. Get it? There you go. He's living his best life. Whether you care or not. It's an easy swipe up to get off my live. Seriously. Go watch ABC News or NBC News or CBS. Just mainstream yourself and leave us out of it. What a beautiful area to spend a 90-degree day on. It's another nice shot. Check that out. I come up with a lot of nice shots. There we go. Tempest Creek in Colorado. Cooling off. One of the rare places where waterways aren't fenced off here in Colorado. If you watched my live yesterday, we were at a agricultural ditch, which this is not. This is Tempest Creek. I guess you could call it an agricultural ditch, but it's part of the creek. So it's a more public open waterway. Yesterday we got ran off. There were no signs there, so it wasn't like we intentionally did anything wrong. But yeah, got ran off from the agricultural ditch in Los Animas County.
I made it.
Nice jump. See how he can stand up there?
Can you do it?
He took swimming the first 8 years of his life, but I think we tapped into a fear of his we didn't know was there. So, this is where we usually get our water for the garden. Isn't that wonderful? Oh, man. How one rotten apple spoils the bunch, huh? Not in our life. We check each other's attitude, correct each other, and then our bunch is still pretty freaking happy.
Don't look at me saying that sentence.
Aren't you pretty freaking happy?
Okay. Uh-oh.
Oh, here he goes again, guys. Here he goes. Get it. Get it. He's doing the curve jump. Whoa.
No, he missed.
No, we don't get upset about these things.
You wanna try
We
again?
don't bring society into our backyard. We try and try again, right? Right. We are in Otero County, Colorado, north of Los Animas County. You know, where they block the lakes off from the public just so they can rent them out to a resort that's next door. Cause all the public who paid passes to go to these places to have to walk a very long way even to get to the water. I grew up in the East Coast, on the East Coast, and there were none of these
You missed it, Mom.
fences along the waterways like that.
You missed it. He made it.
He made it! Good job! I lived on the Delaware River. There is parking lots, parking spots up and down that place. Not on Pennsylvania side though, but on the New York side. Where'd she go, bud? Uh-oh. That was funny. But here in Colorado, it's not the same. Of course there are places you can go. I'm not saying there isn't. But I live next to the Highway of Legends where there's 5, 6 lakes up and down it. We pay a pass so that we can go to any one of those anytime we want to.
You have to stay here, big baby.
When it comes to free swimming,
What?
that close, it's not going to be at a lake, guys. We looked for the Arkansas River, so if you're wondering about the color of the water, Tempest Creek comes from the Arkansas River. And if you think this water is nasty, it's not. It's refreshing. You come out with no dirt on you, nothing like that. But the Arkansas River, it's about as brown as these weeds up there. You see how brown that is up there? See that? Right there, right there, right there. That's the color of the Arkansas River. I don't know why it's so muddy looking. But this water, it feels clearer than it looks. Let's say that much, okay? Clearer than it looks. I'm gonna sit down in the shade since my live was dismissed yesterday rudely by that gentleman. Let's see, how is that view? Is that okay for a second? I still want to sit down and talk to everybody. So much going on in the world. So much. I'm not for any particular party side, meaning not Democrat, not Republican. Terrible with my phoneage here, guys. Terrible. Oh, I was called. Hold on, here we go. Let's zoom that in. Here they come. I wasn't sure she was coming back up there for a second. Here they come. Down the not so lazy river today.
Hi. Grandma.
Hello, Jeff. How are you today? Trying to find a spot, to put my phone down. I need to pack myself a little something. How about, man, this area is not the best for having a live. As you see, nowhere really to put the phone. Easy with that. Lots going on in the world. I don't like just throwing my opinion out there. I don't know who my audience is at the moment.
Ow, my wrist. Alright, let go.
That's funny, Jeff. Do I think we're independent? No. No, not at all. You better get it. There it goes.
It's a boat.
I don't. I think we would have embraced how our country began if we would have understood the impact of it all and decided to work together instead of apart. There might be something to celebrate, but for some people, Independence Day is a celebration of freedom. And for others, it's a loss of freedom. There were native cities. I'm gonna set you down for a second so I can pack one. Sorry about the window, guys. There were native cities that were free here before the colonization of America. And it is what it is, guys. We're already in this mess. But I also believe that when I screw up, I go back to start and I begin again. So I can start over. I don't want to say properly or righteously, or I don't want to say anything like that. Yes, division is the goal of American government. They're doing it very, very well. In the last several months, I've been asking myself, what's the ultimate goal? They said a lot of stuff in beginning this country, the social aspect of it. They wanted us to believe a lot of stuff, right? They want us to believe this was found land. I'm just putting on some organic bug spray because holy mackerel. Being next to the water will get your ass bit up. Kind of like being next to Washington, D.C. And I agree, Jeff. If we act together, if we get on the same page, I don't think even reparations would be wanted. I think they admitted a lie they sold everybody, beginning in the school and all the way to modern day. Freedom comes at a cost, but it shouldn't be the cost of another human being. Should never be at the cost of another human being. The fact that we've been forced to participate in other people's wars, not as a country, not as us citizens all agreeing, but by way of the people controlling Washington, D.C. Tell me, everyone, if our votes mattered, if they really, really, really mattered, would we be in a kind of crap show we are? And you know, I don't mind if people leave because they don't like my opinion. Absolutely. What's so hard about saying no? What is so stinking hard? You know, my kids are like, can I have another pop as they finish their pop? And I say no. I mean, you got kids 2 years old drinking pop out there. And it seems so simple. It seems so simple to at least those of us who know what the word is. We got a scumbag that just skated off of massive charges. We don't know why. We don't know how. We don't know if the state did or didn't do its job. The feds did or didn't do its job. Everything is a secret, but not a secret. It's like release the Epstein files. Yes, I agree with that, but we already know what's in there. We know Trump was elbowing with the Clintons, who was elbowing with Epstein, who elbow. We only know what they told us, and if you don't suspect everything you're being told, drink your Kool-Aid, put some ice in it. I guess use a plastic straw because you do you, boo, you know. But it's fine, you do you, if you don't browbeat everybody else to be obedient to what you, not you guys, but the people out there in society, they think they can dictate to everyone else what's right. And I ask myself, do we live in a free country? And people are like, yeah, but.
Come on, let me do it.
Bootlickers are absolutely the worst. They've been the bane of the social existence.
I can't pull him off the shore. Let me do it.
And it's funny when you try to break down what you think is the truth, what you try to piece together everything that you've been quote unquote told throughout your life, like I want to live in truth no matter how much it costs. And 90% of the people, Jeff, 90%, I can't say 90%. Who knows what the percentage is, but there's a greater percent that is willfully blind and willfully dumb for the comfort. So they can pay an electric company with a check and never have to think about it. So they could turn the water on. They don't even know if their pipes are as bad as Flint. They just hope to hell they're better because they're more well off. They live in a snooty neighborhood. They know somebody in the government. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, 89%. Yes, because us 11% feel really lonely sometimes, don't we? I start conversations and I think, okay, I'm gaining some traction, you know. Next thing you know, I turn around and I'm talking to myself, dark in the woods. Whether I'm speaking truth or not, it doesn't really matter in that moment when the sheep put their head down and they eat their grass and they move on and they don't see that wolf right on the other side of the hill. And then they're going to cry because they didn't see the wolf on the other side of the hill. Well, if we wouldn't be so far from natural living, we would know. We would know in our hearts there's always a wolf on the other side of the hill. And unfortunately, that natural example has been sickeningly turned into human beings being predators of human beings. And that statement alone makes so many people pissed off. And by when I pissed off, you start questioning the narrative, and everybody's up in arms. That I'm sorry, his last name is Jeffries. He was talking in Congress today, having a little bit of a you know what it's called, the long talker. Hey, oh, she's gone. She can't give me the word. Oh, Jeff, that warms my heart, man. Because we can do that. We can all do that if we want. Are there rules to follow? Absolutely. When I came out of my abusive childhood parental homes, mother and father, both abusive, both neglectful in their own right. Do I have the receipts? I do. They're really nobody else's business, but I got the receipts. Yeah, they make us pay for the privilege of things that should be a part of our God-given right. We're born on an earth, natural or not. There's certain things that every single human being has a right to. Water. Clean air. Clean water, too. Don't get me wrong. Food. It is our God-given right. For vegetarians to say that non-vegetarians are eating wrong. No. If you can't eat meat, man, eat what you can. I'm not saying nothing at all. I have issues with my own stomach. So when people try to tell me what to eat and what not to eat, and just using this example of how society is, I get absolutely irate. Because I have survived abuse. I've survived sexual assault. I survived spousal abuse. I've survived too many things. 12 surgeries. Cancer. I don't feel like I have a privilege in this world. As a human, I do feel like I have rights that get ignored.
Someone's big ass feet ripped the hole in it.
Yours? Oh. Look at this. Look at this child of mine.
I didn't rip the hole.
That is not how you're supposed to wear that. And see, you see where my kids are, they're adults. I just call them my kids. In nature. Are you happy? Would you be happier at a public pool?
No.
Are you happy here?
Yeah.
You like it?
Yeah.
Yeah, he does. And we go hiking on the land, off the land. We go up into the mountains. We never got a chance to really do this in Michigan. It's not as easy when you have the Great Lakes around you. But in nature. Oh, go eat your dinner, man. Enjoy it. Enjoy it and know that freedom of the mind don't cost anything. We just can't give it away to anybody. Blessings to your wife as well. If we don't start standing up, then this freight train that we're watching is going to run over us. 500 years ago, it was the slaves. 400 years ago, it was the indigenous from the tip of South America all the way up. And 249 years ago, hello, Emily. It was this land that we're all on. I don't know why peace couldn't have been on the table then. There had to be nefarious reasons for violating lands that they knew were not theirs. We had Vikings here. We had a lot of people from the European continent, Eurasia, over here. And it wasn't death and destruction until colonization. And if we can just move forth and accept that being in a free country means embracing all of it, all at once. I don't like what some people have to say, but I don't dare to tell them they don't have a right to say it. Everybody should speak loud. Sometimes you're right, sometimes you're wrong. Sometimes you're praised and sometimes you're shunned. But this that I show you, this nature and the places that we go to and the little bit of fun we have. I'm going to step away from that stupid knocking this car does. Holy crap.
Water.
Oh, you're going to get water?
Yeah.
Awesome. The peace that we pass on to our kids, or the angst that we pass on to our kids, is on us. What our kids do with it, then that's on them. Everybody's decisions should be made wisely.
Why are you monologue?
Yes, done.
Because it's my YouTube live.
Why is he harassing me?
Who?
Yes, done.
Let him do what he's doing.
He's yelling at me.
Don't yell. No, he's asking you to help. He's not yelling at you. Siblings, guys. Holy moly cannoli. Siblings. Emily said hi.
Hey.
She can't hear you.
Oh, I forgot.
She said hi, Emily, but she don't want to raise her voice for some reason. She's weird. We never take more water than we need. And we always leave what we don't need. So many of our ancestors have tried teaching the descendants. What are you doing? He's wrestling with it. He's wrestling with the container. They both are. Are you riding the containers?
Yeah.
It's a quiet death. Just let go.
I got a car that makes stupid noise, you guys. All right, put you down for a second. Oh, sweet love, it stopped.
This one's not dying easy.
So getting this water helps us buffer the city water that we use.
Yeah.
We don't want to give our animals and our garden chlorinated water. So we come and resource water where we can. So what happened yesterday is a gentleman had come up on us. We weren't sure if it was an agricultural ditch, part of the Purgatory River. So we would go there, we'd take a dip, get some water. This guy came up, he was hot to trot. And instead of just informing me, you know, he pulled full on Karen Kevin mode. What are you doing? Like that lady in the parking lot. Did you hit my car? She didn't even see me pull in, but she just seen me next to her car, and that was her response. And this gentleman, too. That was his response. The world's response, en masse, not the unusual people who don't mind having manners. What are you doing? Don't say that. You're stupid. You're a libtard. You're a repube. Yo, this is getting disgusting.
Yeah, pick that up and lift that up there.
How humans have allowed the political state, the Hollywood state, the privileged state to divide human against human when we're all humans. We're all humans. Not one of us is above another. Your heart is no better than the next person's heart. It's all pumping red blood, just like the next person and the next person.
Give me the big one.
Telling me you can't show basic respect? Just a little basic respect? The reason they have voting is because people don't always agree. But they screwed with the voting so bad I don't know if anybody trusts it anymore. They said we got midterms coming up. What? Who? The same people who ran last term? Because that really is not giving us a good variety of choice when you're forcing one Republican and forcing one Democrat into the fight. Let the record stand for them. Like J.D. Vance, where'd he come from? What's his real record? When he was signing that tiebreaker, he looked like the cat that ate the canary. Nobody talking about it. Not even freaking non-mainstream media. Non-mainstream media is on the backstory of Diddy. Mainstream media is on distract. Trump, he don't know if he's coming or going. He's going to be doing circles like Biden did. I don't feel bad for none of it. There's no reason to. I do what I do to not only sustain my family on our own dime, but I also want to alleviate the stress on the system of just being another person on the electric grid, another person on the poisonous water grid, just another person on the food grid. I want to keep being just another person. So I looked into my own heritage and decided that I would rather be closer to nature than closer to society. I lived in New York City. I grew outside New York City. There's a lot of things I have. There's a lot of things I've seen and not very many things I haven't seen coming from New York. Colorado opened my eyes to even more type of privilege than I experienced in New York. Good to see you, you tell me. Welcome. Luckily, where I am right now, the people who live over yonder that way, they've seen us. They've seen us get water out of here, no problem. So I think we're going to stick to our own stomping ground because I'm fed up with society. I walked 3 miles one way because I ran out of gas. 8 o'clock, 7:30 in the morning. So just as people were going into work. Not one person coming into town's like, are you okay? Do you need help? These two had to sit in the car for 2 hours on a very hot day. The last mile of the walk on the way back, a nice gentleman did give me a ride. That was wonderful, you know. It's very beautiful here, you tell me. We spent 2 hours looking for the Arkansas River or a tributary. All we found were fences on fences on fences. We lucked upon this a few years ago, again, looking for a waterway, public access. And this is the only one we can find. 2 hours, one hour one way, 1 hour the other way from where we live. It's the only place we can find with refreshing water. Thank you, you tell me. I know you would have. There are very kind people in the world. Trinidad, Colorado, not so kind. Not so kind at all. Very many Karens. Very many Karens. As a matter of fact, I actually changed my choice of dress going into town because of how the people in Trinidad are. So most of us who live in the country, we got our homestead, ranch, whatever you're living on. We have our gear, you know, our home clothes, our work clothes. And then when you go into the city, that's when you put your jeans on. I have 40 acres, about 48 miles from Trinidad, 45 miles from the area where we're at right now. And so we put jeans on, our nice shirts, you know, the shoes we don't walk around the land in, and go to town. And I just started noticing, wow, these people are mean. And they saw me as something I'm unfamiliar with because I had never lived in Colorado before.
You're a crackhead.
And it really became clear to me that if I didn't dress, no, not that I know of. I have reached out to other people, connected to me to enlarge my land. No go at this point. There's land around me for sale, but not connected to me. Um,
No.
so anyway, there's a stupid noise again. I started wearing my at-home farm clothes to town. Cause you know what? If they're gonna treat me like shit, I'm gonna save my good clothes for somewhere that I wanna be. Somewhere that embraces me, doesn't judge me for their standards. Like, if they judge me on my standards, that'd be the shit. Oh, got you. I see. If I hear of a piece of land around me, they go for about 20 grand for 40 acres. Vacant land. Most of them don't have anything on them. If I see anything, I'll figure out how to get in touch with you. Or swap emails, so we can talk offline. Look how much mud you got on you. Muddy boy. You're a muddy boy.
Yeah.
So yeah, all my dress clothes from working in offices and stuff, they stay in the closet. If I wear them, it's going to be to the Tarantula Festival later this year. It's not going to be... Hey, Nit, hot boxing. Do we ever wear any nice clothes to Trinidad?
I did once, but it didn't turn out to be anything, so no.
So we don't even bother. We don't even wear... Oh, gotcha. I mean, I know of a place that could go for that amount of money, but I know the person who lives there. Damn, that stupid knocking noise. It'll take too much work to get up to living standards. They had water in the house. Something happened to it. They didn't fix it. They have a sewer system. Something happened to that. They didn't fix that either. So I would say with that kind of money out here, you would want to look for vacant land and then take the rest of it to build upon that vacant land. Oh, see, you're the perfect person to have on where we're at because we're all kind of doing it from vacant land and building up. Most of us live in campers, which is legal in our county. Los Animas County, Colorado, if you're looking, living in your camper is legal on your land. If it's vacant land, you have to get a builder's permit before you can use your address. Other than that, if you know what you're doing, I love it out here. I love coming to La Junta, Rocky Ford, Manzanola, Fowler, along 50. The mountains of Highway of Legends, Colorado 12 going in the other directions, just beautiful. Yes, manufactured homes are cheap. People do have them up there. So it is a possibility for that. Yes, I'm building a little different. I'm doing a yurt and then a hay bale. So, oh, see, there you go. If you could build a foundation, I mean, you're already telling me how much you know, and you would rock it. You would rock it out here. Drilling for a well would be the only issue. 90% of us haul our own water. There are companies who haul water. There are people who have wells. So all of those are possible. That would look gorgeous up here, a log cabin. We had someone up here that had a teepee up. My neighbor, I think, put up one of those like mini ones. I would say I think my one neighbor went 800 feet and has to go 800 more. The other neighbor did some cost comparison, and I would venture to say between 15 and 20,000 would get you a well, and that would be anywhere from 800 to 1,600 feet deep. Yeah, that's a lot. I have 120 feet on the lower part of my property. When it does monsoon rain or flash flood, we have a hole on the property that holds water that we're currently collecting supplies so that we can be advantageous when there's water in there, pump it out and use natural water and not, there's no way I'm getting a well. I do not have 20 grand. I have no intention of probably ever having 20 grand, okay? So we're going to figure it out, the roundabout, do what we can to resource our own water at home, places like this, and then order it. The truck is down, so I can't bring my own water. Oh, poor Zeus. Is he having a little repube feeling fit right there? Yeah, Michigan, a lot of people have shallow wells. And much cheaper, of course. But what I found with shallow wells is they're more susceptible to the contamination of groundwater. So, meaning like when we resource our water from on top of the ground, we will have to filter it, and have a way to not sterilize it all the way, but decontaminate it basically. Oh, you're so awesome. You tell me. So awesome. I appreciate the sentiment. This year we're going to get 4 holes of the year in the ground so we can get the building permit. That'll give us access to our delivery and the mailing. And that's one bill that I now won't have to pay if I can get my address legit. And that's just more money to go towards the homestead. I appreciate that. I feel like I've been walking through very thick mud most of my life. And I know why, and I understand why. Because when you go against the grain, it's never easy. It's like walking up this water. Now, when I took my son walking up the water, he lost his footing, he got scared, he went down, he tried to take me down, and my other kid had to come help us. We figure it out. We get taken down and we stand back up again, and we have to start taking ourselves off of this system. Sure thing. Grow out that tub really good. Do it the way no repube ever thought to think about doing it, which is doing it right. And never surrender. Never ever bow down. Amen. Right, Bobby?
Yeah.
Amen to that. What you need?
Job water.
Tops for the water?
Yeah.
It's up here?
Yeah, Mom.
Oh, here it is. You're right. We've got to put the tops on the water, guys, so that we don't spill it on the way home. I only have one of these. Where's the other? Huh? Oh.
Either down there or up top.
Oh, here it is. I don't have the little circle thing. Do you know where that is?
It should have been in there. It's not in there?
I don't know yet. Here, take these.
Okay.
And take these. I'm looking for the top to the water container. Bit the dust, I guess. Here.
It's not down there. It's up top. Up
Up
there somewhere.
Up here somewhere?
Other things there.
Not anymore. We're going to have to look for them later. Because I don't see it anywhere. Do you need another plastic thing?
Yeah.
Alright, let's see. Here you go. So we are definitely changing direction and where we get our supplies and where we shop. We're definitely going towards Otero County. I saw Otero County Highway Department repaint the lines on the road, and they came into Las Animas County. And I thought maybe it's the central Colorado, CDOT, you know, the central, and it's just doing the whole highway. Nope. That was just Otero County just clearing that paint, you know, out of its machine. And I thought, wow, you came so far into our county. Will you adopt us? Because we feel neglected by Las Animas County. Like when it comes to our road, they don't know if it's abandoned, not abandoned. When we ask for help, when we got 5 foot of snow, they're like, not only will we not plow your road, we're never going to plow your road. And I'm like, see that really? You don't, why you have a personal anger about this? What the hell is wrong with you? You got a job. You're not paid to get angry for the state. What the hell? So we did get someone up there to help, but it was due to our county doing it. It was due to we had a state of emergency up there. And weird enough for me to say this, but Pinon Canyon Maneuver Site, which is our local fire department ambulance, they're the ones that asked the local rancher that free ranges their cows to kindly get a bulldozer to come clear the roads. And we were the first one cleared because we were the first one with the emergency. So thank you for Pinon Canyon for that. No thank you to Las Animas County. And if Otero County wants, you know, a little neighborhood of people, I can ask my neighbors, you want to jump ship? Like that could ever happen. Hey, a woman can dream, okay? A woman can dream about simple things of like paying residential taxes in the county and getting residential care in the county. I'm just saying, it seems logical to me. My kids are working hard. I'm going to have to do something for them. What am I supposed to do for them? I didn't hear nothing. I didn't even hear a peep.
Come swimming again.
Oh, they want to come swimming again. I can't say no to that.
Oh, but there's not a timeline next time. He still thinks we're on a timeline.
Oh, we're not on a timeline, bud. We're not on a timeline. And if you get hot, oh, are you thinking the clouds?
Yeah.
Oh, he's thinking the clouds. He's kind of right. Yeah, we should probably go.
Like it's gonna storm.
Well, look down south. Okay, look, everybody, I'll show you. It was looking real nice like this, right? Beautiful, beautiful. We gotta go that way. I'll zoom in a little bit. You see them clouds? It looks dark down there. I gotta go shut my solar system off. Well, not shut that off, but important electronics. It was great to hang out with you guys. I was hoping to get an hour in, but Mother Nature calls. It's better than society calling, right? Hey! Hey, whether we agree with this system or society or government or not, take tomorrow and have a wonderful day. Hug your family. Really feel the love you have for your family, because that is what's going to get us through whatever is in our future, is the connection we have with one another, not with the state, not with the government, not with a church, but the connection we have with one another. Stay true to yourself and have a wonderful, wonderful holiday. Peace out.